What's up guys? Today we are talking spark plug wires, and in particular I'm going to be reviewing these JDMspeed spark plug wires that I found for an unbelievably cheap price on eBay. So like I said, I did pick these up on eBay. I heard about them when I was watching a video on another channel, and I was just decided to look it up and see what was going on. But this is what they look like. The brand is JDMspeed. It is made in China for what it's worth. But these were only about, I think, $36. And for the price, just were worth buying and trying out. I like the fact that they come in different colors. They come in red. I think that'll look cool on the project car. And frankly, where the project car is right now, spark plug wires and ignition upgrades aren't going to do much for it anyway. So at that price point, I thought it was worth investing a little of my own money and doing a product review for you guys to see whether these things are actually worth anything. Now, a couple of things I see on the box that look promising is, if you look here in this area, some of the things it talks about is the insulation being extra thick. It says they are 10.5 millimeter wires, which is probably true. If you look at one of these, like say next to my finger, that's a thick wire. So that part's probably true. It also says they are double crimped. The center electrode is actually crimped to the metal on the inside of the wire, and then it's also crimped to the wire itself. Two separate crimp points, which is good because a lot of aftermarket wires don't do that. So once again, okay, but my first impression on these wires isn't bad. If you look at them, they look like reasonably decent parts. They come with the angled boots, like what you can get the ZZP wires that way. The only other thing I noticed that's kind of interesting is I did notice when I was looking at the box, somewhere it said universal, but I don't think it is a universal kit, because if you look at the layout here, it's got the 3800 layout, 3 really long wires, 3 shorter ones. All that looks to be, to me, correct. So my initial impression of them is pretty good considering the price point. I mean, ZZP wires are what I would consider to be fairly cheap, and they're $60 some a set. So these coming in at half that was at least worth looking at. But we're not going to be able to tell anything else about them until we can get out to the car and actually install them and see what they look like. So let's go do that, and we'll see if these things really have any problems. Okay, so I am out here with my JDMspeed wires, and if you're going to do spark plug wires, you should always have some of this dielectric grease around to keep them from sticking. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get this factory spark plug wire guide out of here to free up some space for right now so that I can get to everything. Then I guess I'm going to start up here with these front ones and just work my way to the back. That way I can also take a look at these. I haven't really looked that closely at these wires in a while anyway. All right, first one out. Looks pretty good. No markings. Side by side, here's your 2 wires. I mean, it's pretty noticeable. They are considerably different. Let's go ahead and grease up both ends so that they do not stick to the terminals for the next time I need to take them off. Then I'm going to transfer the little heat shield from the old wire to the new one if it'll fit. And it does fit, so I've got to say that's another bonus, because a lot of times aftermarket wires do not have that or do not fit if you go with performance wires. So that's another kind of point for this company. And in case anyone is wondering, this is not a sponsored video. I just saw the product and decided it was worth talking about and purchased it on my own. So this will be a non-biased review. Okay, just for the sake of getting that on there. This one is really not wanting to stay. Let me make sure that this is not holding us up. It was holding us up. Okay, so on second thought, these are going to have to be taken off for right now because they are not allowing the new wires to seat properly. But I will try very much to get those back on there if I keep these, because I do think they're a good idea. So now the middle cylinder, and these were greased when they were put on, so as you can see, they're coming off fairly well. Oh, and we just found a problem. We got a rusty terminal to deal with. Okay, so apparently one of these did not get greased properly enough last time and has gotten some moisture to it, because it is actually rusted pretty badly, which I did not expect, because they didn't look like that last time I saw them, which has been a little while, but nonetheless. So I'm just going to sand this off to make sure that it gets good contact with this spark plug wire. Here's another issue. The new plug wire is not quite gripping this as well as I would like for it to, and that may require some additional crimping. Let's see. Okay, I've seen a lot of aftermarket wires that were not quite snug enough on the terminals, so I'm not really going to hold that against them, because I've even seen reputable brands have that issue, but that is an issue that I found, so just pointing it out. Okay, so let's find the wire that matches this second wire, and we will make sure that this time it is definitely greased up well, because we do not want any additional rust like that. Once again, not using the heat shield, even though I would like to, just because it was keeping this from seating correctly and I want it to seat correctly. Then when I'm routing these, I'm just kind of thinking about how they're going to look when I put them together and making sure that that's good. Okay, that's not holding on as well as I'd like it to either, so I'm going to crimp that one, just squeeze it a little bit tighter too. There we go. And the last one up front, always save the best for last, but fortunately, like I said, these were greased really good the last time they were off, so they actually are coming apart really easy. Anyway, now we'll just grease up this new one, just run it back in here the same way. And that one's also loose. I think at this point we can pretty much count on the fact that every one of these crimps is going to be just a little bit loose on the coil side. It looks like whatever specs they were working off of were just incorrect. But that is the front three done. Now we just need to move on to the back three. And because of the fact that these are loomed together in so many places, I went ahead and just pulled all three of them together. Now, if it's anything like the factory wires, I am going to guess that these three are the same length, but we're going to look just to make sure they are. So it doesn't matter which one we use in what order here. I just have to decide how I want to route them, and if I want to route them the factory way, which I had the old ones routed under the supercharger snout, but since these are better looking, I may not do that. I am going to go ahead and squeeze these just a little bit. We're going to start off with 2, 4, 6. So we're going to start with 6. And I think I'm just going to route these straight over the top and then down behind here. I don't see why that wouldn't work. Then the other important thing to do here is just to make sure that when you route them, that this 45 angle is turned in such a way that it's pushing it away from the headers and not towards the headers, or manifolds if you don't have headers. Whatever your situation may be. I'm going to route this way because I don't want it to go make a big weird shape there, and I think it'll still reach this way. We're going to find out anyway. Where's the plug? Where's the plug? That's not the plug. Where are you, plug? There you are. Under this support, which is factory routing anyway. Now, the only problem with that is that means I now don't like the routing of the first one because it doesn't match the second one. So I'm going to take this one and route it alongside that one, because symmetry mostly, except for that that's not going to reach that way. God, that's going to bother me too. Oh well. Anyway, only remaining one, cylinder 2. So far I've snugged up the crimping on every one of these on the coil side, and none of them have been too tight. So I would say that is for sure a sign that they just were crimped to the wrong size, which makes sense. Cheap stuff is usually made as either a copy of something more expensive or something along those lines. They probably either copied the wrong thing or just had the wrong, they went with something universal or something that fits something they already made. Okay, one more wire to seat. Got it. Now, they're physically all there now, so the only thing left to do at this point then is to figure out how I want this to look and how I want it to lay across the top here. I'm not happy with this one not being long enough to run under that. That one is a little bit of a problem. So the only other thing I'm going to do, and this isn't part of this review, is I'm going to go in and put these connectors on here. So we're going to cut to that, and then I'll let you know my final thoughts. And quick update, those Spectre pieces did not fit. Apparently they'll hold up to about an 8mm wire, but 10.5 is too big. So I went the old make wire separators out of zip ties route, but I have all the wires now connected. Everything feels good. I've got it nowhere near touching anything, including the headers, which is great, front and back, and I routed it back over top like this. So I'm pretty happy with that overall. The next move is we've got to find out if it runs correctly and make sure it doesn't miss. So it seems to run great, and as far as I can tell, I can't tell you that there's anything wrong with them at all, other than a little bit of looseness on the coil side, which was pretty easy to correct. So I've got to say, at very least, these would be a great aesthetically pleasing factory replacement as far as I can tell. Now, how well will these hold up over time? I don't know, but I'll leave these on here and we'll find out. And if I do see some problems with them in longevity, I'll make sure to update everybody. But other than that, they look pretty good. I really don't hate them. I don't think it's something you're going to gain horsepower from, but as far as like a nice looking modification that gets the job done, I don't see a reason not to try them at least. But otherwise, I'm done with this video. Drop me a like if you enjoyed this video. If you want to see more product reviews like this, leave me a comment down in the bottom and let me know what product you'd like me to review, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching, and peace.